America is facing a national emergency when it comes to children's mental health.
Depression, anxiety, and inability to express oneself, resulting in behavioral issues, drug use, and the increase of drug use as a way to cope.
Mental health advocates say the number of children thinking about suicide is skyrocketing, and early intervention is critical to keeping kids safe, healthy, and happy. Right now, about a third of students who are receiving mental health services are getting it through their schools. There's a new push on to expand that. The Hopeful Futures campaign, a coalition of national organizations, is working to ensure that every student in this country has access to effective mental health care in their schools.
Because that's where children are. It reduces barriers to access. Because we know that when people get referred out, it's really hard for them to make those appointments, to even find a provider that's available, let alone follow up and get there.
The core features of the Hopeful Futures campaign include identifying problems early and connecting students to the services they need, offering varied and accessible mental health services in schools, making sure schools have counselors, psychologists, and other trained professionals to assess and provide help, and forming working relationships with families and the community to enhance mental health services.
We have to be honest about what's happening. So educators, administrators shouldn't be shying away around talking about mental health and really advocating for the need they see with their student population.
The Hopeful Futures campaign has created a state-by-state mental health report card identifying strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities to improve policies. In Illinois, for example, of the more than 1.9 million K-12 students, it's estimated 149,000 children are dealing with major depression, but about half of them receive no treatment at all.
We know that when you intervene early, the outcomes are much better. But when you delay treatment, you actually get worse outcomes, and conditions tend to get worse and harder to treat.
You can easily access your state's report card by logging into the Hopeful Futures website. Mental health experts say as we face this national mental health emergency for children, the Hopeful Futures campaign is offering a path forward, solutions, actions, and policy changes to address the crisis in every state.